Hey everybody, it's Rob here. Just checking in. It's the end of March. We just had a big snowstorm here in PA. We had 14 inches this past Wednesday. It's melting pretty quickly right now. Our driveway's clear, the yard is clearing up because it's been back in early spring temps. But we had a camper Christmas box basically show up from Amazon this week, and a recall item that we got back from Kitty. Many of you may have gotten the Kitty recall regarding their fire extinguishers. Ours was one of them. Here's our fire extinguisher that was recalled. You can see it has this plastic pin here that just slides out, and this mounts on the wall. But on some campers and things, or boats, I think even during transport or use of the vehicle, it would jostle off of that and would fall, and this pin just easily goes away. Plus, this depression pin is like a thumb pin to push down, and the front nozzle here is also plastic. So they recalled these. I have to send this one back. But what we did is we got the replacement in the mail with a shipping label and everything. So instructions on the shipping, and here is the fire extinguisher. This one's really nice. It comes with another mount that we can mount it to the wall. Plus, it has an aluminum nozzle, a steel pin, a steel pull pin, and a more conventional style push button type actuator. So we can squeeze this up and pull that down at the same time. Much more comfortable, plus more durable. And I think that's one of the main reasons that they recalled this type. So this is for RVs, marine use. There was a series. Go to the website, Kidde, KIDDE.com, and you'd be able to look up that recall and see if it applies to you. We also managed to get some other goodies in the mail from Amazon. And one of our projects this year, just a spring housekeeping item, is, we always go around and we check the seals of all our things, our antenna, air conditioner, vents, around the perimeter. Give them a good look at the beginning of the season just to make sure that there wasn't any dry cracking or anything throughout the winter. And in our case, we have like a tan roof. So I bought a 4-inch by 50-foot roll of the tan Eternabond. This is a roofing material that has a mastic on it. It is a very good product. A lot of people recommend it. I've used it a little bit in a smaller form. And it bonds to EPDM, TPO, metal roofing, all types of stuff. It is a real good sealant. But you have to make sure you clean the surface really well. So here is a degreaser and oil remover that we'll use if we have anything to replace. And a small roller, a neoprene style roller. This is just, so we can put this nice and smoothly down across the roof, really work it to get a good seal. And of course, it's not a metal edge, so it won't score or cut the Eternabond. So that's going to be our spring cleaning. Hopefully, in a week and a half, I can take the cover off the roof, and we shouldn't have any more snow. We're hoping to go camping in a month from now, so want to get that done. Then we got some goodies to help make things a little easier this year for setup. Like most people, we probably carry a lot of wood blocking, 2x12s, 2x6s, 1x6s to help level the camper when we arrive on the site. So I've seen a lot of these, and I've just been hesitant to get one. But this year what we did is we got the Anderson camper levelers. So you stick this, again, underneath the tire as you back up onto it or pull forward onto it, whichever the case you want to use. And you will roll this with your tire, and you'll go from 1/2 inch to, I think this end here is a bit over 4 inches, 4¼ inches or so. And so you'll roll up onto this, raising the camper, and then you'll come in with the second piece and lock it in and chock it. Now, this is great. You know, it helps both raise the camper and secure the wheel. You're still going to want to use a regular set of chocks on the opposite set of wheels. So we have tandem, you know, we have a dual axle camper. So, you know, we'll always be leveling on one side, not on both. So we'll level up on one side and we'll chock the other side as soon as we get everything in place so that this system, you know, remains in good locked condition. I've seen some people use like one of them dead blow hammers, you know, to tap these guys in and just really make sure that it's secure. When you're all done and you're at the campground and you're in this position, you just drive forward just a little bit just to relieve the pressure, pop this guy out, and then you can back off or drive off depending on which way you put them in. I've also seen where some people take like an anti-skid, you know, like grip tape that you would have on steps and put that on here just to help give it some friction. So that way, as you're using it, you know, there's a little bit of a friction bond. So we're going to be using those on our camper this year, and hopefully that will help alleviate carrying around the amount of wood that we already do. And it also, these, you know, store really nicely. You can see I got one right here like that. I have the other one, it fits in a small box. So that's a good thing to have. Now, because we're using those, we also got another key item. So, chocks. You know, we want to chock the camper to make sure that, one, it's stable and it's safe for when we disconnect from the tow vehicle. Second, when we put down the stabilizers, that's what they're for, stabilizers. They're not jacks to raise the camper up. They're not to keep it in place. So you need proper leveling equipment, whether it be planks or these Anderson levelers to level the camper underneath the wheels. And then you need chocks to hold the camper in place so you're not putting any strain side to side on the stabilizing jacks or your tongue jack. You know, your tongue jack is really just meant to raise and lower the front so you can get everything level. So for tandem axle trailers, went out of focus there. There we go, back in focus. Okay, for tandem axle trailers, you know, sometimes it's difficult to get proper chocking when you're on the wood. Now I've got rubber chocks and I've got plastic chocks to see which one grips better once I'm jacked up. So now that we have these Anderson jacks, I went ahead and got the ball X-chocks. Now these go between the wheels, and what'll happen is we're going to spread, I'm just cranking it here just to spread it open a little bit. We're going to spread this open between our wheels to lock our wheels together. See how this is starting to work here? And then there's a ratchet on the top. So this will put pressure from wheel to wheel and effectively chock the wheels together at the same time. And, you know, everybody that's been using these says it really takes out a lot of the little sway in the camper. You know, you have a lot of movement that can happen between those two axles because you're on springs on those axles. So we're going to give these a try and see how this works for us. And, you know, with the 3 girls going in and out of the camper all the time, you know, I often have to go in a weekend. I have to go around the camper twice just to like snug up our stabilizers, you know, because they'll be wiggling in the camper. So hopefully we'll see how this works and this locks us in a little bit better. So those are some of the goodies that we got for the camper this spring. And I'll be doing a springerizing type, you know, what to do when you open up your camper after a cold winter, what to check for, in one of my next posts. But hope you guys are getting some camping in. I see some people posting on some of the forums that they're out and about, and we're kind of envious. But we know our time is coming, so hopefully we'll see some people and make some new friends this year around the campground. Until then, we'll see you later. Happy camping.